everyone, and welcome. If you're a marketer, you know the drill. Do more with less. More content, more leads, more personalization yesterday. Now, everyone's talking about generative AI as the magic solution. But let's be real. What does that actually mean for you and your team on a Tuesday afternoon? Well, we're going to break it down, because this isn't just another shiny new tool, it's a massive shift in how marketing gets done. So let's dive in. And just so you know where we're coming from, this entire explainer is pulled straight from Chapter 1 of a fantastic tutorial by Virtualization Options LLC. We're focusing on the foundational stuff every single marketer needs to know right now. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll nail down what generative AI even is, in plain English. Then we'll look at why it's causing such a huge shakeup in marketing. We'll get honest about what it's great at and what it's not. After that, we'll walk through a safe way to get started, and finally, we'll talk results, what you can actually expect to see. Okay, first things first. Let's cut right through all the buzzwords. What are we actually talking about when we say generative AI? The magic word here is generative. See, this is not your typical automation that just handles simple, repetitive tasks. Think of it like this. These AI models have basically consumed a library the size of the internet. And by learning from all that information, they can now create brand new original content. We're talking fresh blog posts, ad copy, images, even strategic ideas, all from scratch. And you've definitely seen these names flying around. For writing and text, you've got the heavy hitters like GPT-4 and Claude. When it comes to creating stunning, one-of-a-kind images, tools like DALL-E and Midjourney are just incredible. And the really interesting part, all this power is getting baked right into the specialized marketing platforms you're probably already using every day. And let's be super clear about this. This is so much more than just a new piece of software. This is a full-blown revolution. Seriously. It's on par with the moment marketing shifted from print ads to digital. It's completely rewriting the rulebook for how we do our jobs. I mean, just look at this comparison. On one side, you have workflows that take days, sometimes weeks. On the other, hours. And it's not just about getting faster. That speed unlocks entirely new ways of working. You can go from testing 2 or 3 ad variations to personalizing your message for dozens of different audience segments. You're not just reacting to last month's data, you're optimizing your campaigns as they happen. It's a game changer. Okay, it all sounds amazing, right? But with great power comes, well, a lot of hype. So let's take a deep breath and have a real talk about what these tools can do today, and just as important, what they absolutely can't. If you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, please let it be this. The best way to think about AI is as your co-pilot. It's an unbelievably smart, fast, and capable assistant, but you are still the pilot. The AI doesn't have your strategic brain, your intuition about the brand, or your understanding of what truly connects with other humans. It accelerates the how, but you are still in charge of the what and the why. So, where are its superpowers? 2 things, speed and scale. It can whip up a dozen drafts of a social post in the time it takes you to drink your coffee. It can chew through massive spreadsheets of customer data and find patterns you'd never spot. And it makes personalization at scale, something we've been talking about for years, actually possible. But, and this is a huge but, you cannot just set it and forget it. Human oversight is absolutely non-negotiable. Why? Well, for one, it has no real-world context. It doesn't know your brand's secret sauce. It can also just make stuff up. It's called hallucinating, and it can state incorrect facts with total confidence. Plus, it can reflect biases from the data it was trained on. And maybe most importantly, you have to be so careful with sensitive data, because the AI itself doesn't understand confidentiality. Okay, so you see the power, and you understand the pitfalls. How in the world do you start using this safely and effectively? Well, you don't just jump in. You need a framework. Think of it like a 4-step dance. Step 1 is assessment. Look at what you're currently doing, find the easy wins where AI could help, and set some hard and fast security rules. Step 2 is pilot. Pick a small, low-risk project and just test the tools out. See what happens. Step 3 is scale. Once you've got a successful pilot, you can start rolling it out more widely. And step 4 is optimization. This part never really ends. You're always learning, tweaking, and making things better. All right, now for the part your CFO really cares about, the business case. Let's talk numbers, let's talk ROI, and let's set some very realistic expectations about how long it takes to see these kinds of results. The first win, and the one you'll feel almost immediately, is time. We're seeing an average of a 40% reduction in content creation time. Just stop and think about that. That's almost half the time you spend on execution, handed right back to you to focus on big picture strategy. So what do you do with all that saved time? You create more. With an AI assistant, your team could potentially triple its content output. Think more blog posts, more social campaigns, more of everything, all without having to triple your headcount. That is huge. But, being faster and bigger doesn't mean anything if the results aren't there. And that's the bottom line. Because you can test and personalize so much more, teams are seeing on average a 25% lift in their campaign performance. Better engagement, better conversions, better results. Now, for a quick reality check. This does not happen overnight. For the first 3 months or so, you're just learning. In fact, productivity might even dip a little. It's in that 4 to 6 month window that things really start to click and get efficient. You'll see the full-blown benefits kick in around the 7-month mark. And from a year on out, it's all about continuous improvement. So let's end on this one final thought because it really sums everything up. The fear isn't that AI is going to replace you. It won't. But a marketer who knows how to use AI will replace a marketer who doesn't. So the real question is, are you ready to be that marketer?